Throughout the history of the Idolmaster series, there has been many different types of fashion statements and styles that have been expressed by the multitude of characters within the different branches. From corporate casual, to very unique and specific character-driven clothing, from very simple to very elaborate, it's no overstatement to say that the Idolmaster has more than an entire wardrobe of fashion designs in their repertoire. However, we haven't quite seen the full potential of the character designers for the Idolmaster in terms of clothing. Since if art wouldn't improve, we can't continue spending gems and nobody wants to make Chihiro angry. That is, until the Idolmaster shiny colors arrived. Hello again everyone, and welcome to another review video for the Idolmaster subs, where we cover different types of Idolmaster content for you to enjoy. This special video has been brought to you with the cooperation of producer Kobe at Cinderella Girls, who has agreed to let us use their excellent ability in discerning fashion to create this video. All credit of the analysis and descriptions of the fashion statements used in this video go to them. With that said, let me start off this video with this 4-word statement. All the idols are cute! The Idolmaster Shiny Colors is commonly regarded as the best and most outstanding branch of the Idolmaster when it comes to fashion. There is reason to believe that the Shiny Colors team hired a very skilled talent team that was solely for designing this fashion. This can be seen in the various modern takes of popular styles, as well as completely new ones that are simply eye-catching and breathtaking. But we are not talking just about their casual wear, but also the clothes that they wear on a daily basis or when they're not on stage, as we feel that stage costumes aren't the best expression of characters' personalities. We also have to take into account that the image of the idol must be analyzed in groups, since many of these images not only have the presence of an idol, and this is very important to take into account at the level of fraternity among the members and the image that they have as a unit of idols. The Illumination Stars are the protagonist type unit, representing the 3 main colors. Similar to the Namaska trio of 765 Pro, Dramatic Stars, New Generations, and so on. Because of this, their costumes are more or less on the classic side of idol costumes. Not much you haven't seen before, but there are some small details. The bow tie and the marching band motif are seen as usual idol-like details to stage costumes. Besides their image colors, the other main colors in their costumes are white and navy blue. The white alludes them to illuminating the world, so to speak, and the navy blue is a symbol that they still have room for growth. Perhaps the most interesting thing about the Illumination Stars is that their costumes also reflect their individual quirks. Mano's costume has no socks and wears shorts, as a symbol of pureness and naivety. Hiori's costume has ankle socks and a blue motif, symbolizing matureness and elegance. Meguru's costume has tube socks, symbolizing activity and positivity. Mano's casual wear often has lace patterns, muted earth colors, cardigans, and skirts. This style of dressing is common within Japanese women as it combines the feminine aesthetic with mature, mother-like feeling, alludes to Mano's laid-back, down-to-earth character. In her seasonal wear, she opts for more feminine patterns with baby yellow and pink being main colors and frills, birds and flowers being main motifs. Baby yellow is often symbolic of baby birds, which can be tied to Mano's personality and character. Hiori normally wears navy blue or black sweaters, black stockings, and does not wear skirts. Her fashion style is closer to pedestrian or casual wear, as she is a very grounded and determined character, and probably does not think about fashion too often. Additionally, Hiori dresses very mature for her age. She often wears sheer clothing, trench coats, and patterned shawls or scarves. Alludes to her charm of being the cool beauty and her tendency to be cool-headed, despite her bouts of low self-confidence. Because her mother is American, she tends to wear a lot of American trends. This includes flannels, zipper skirts, varsity jackets, and ringer tees or jackets. She tends to wear shorts and skirts instead of long pants, alluding to her free-spiritedness. Out of the 3, her outfits have the strongest star motif. She always wears star jewelry. Being the mood maker of the group and constant encourager to Mano and Hiori, her presence makes the unit shine as brighter as ever. Antika, yes, the letter L is silent for those of you who don't know, comprising of Tsukioka Kogane, Shirase Sakuya, Mitsumine Yuika, Tanaka Mamimi, and Yukoku Kiriko. Antika is known by most players as the steampunk unit, with gears as their main motive. Their initial unit costumes are inspired by a mix of the Industrial Revolution and the Victorian era of history, as seen by the buckled bodice and style of their bustiers. Through their other costumes, they branch out of their steampunk look and co-opt into other historical aesthetics, while featuring anachronistic steampunk items like goggles and wings. The ruffles and leather detailing call back to the 17th or 18th centuries. Their recent unit costumes, the one seen in their third line of produced SSR cards, branch out to other Victorian subcultures, mixing steampunk with gothic punk elements. This can be seen in the veil-like headpiece, the crinoline-like leather on the outside of the skirt, and the garters connecting the pieces. Kogane dresses with a mix of dressy casual and retro, opting for patterned sweaters for her top and circle or pleated skirts for her bottom. As her charm point is her slender figure, she often wears this combo as it makes her legs appear longer and her waist smaller. Her like for vintage fashion can be seen in the bow headbands she often wears, as well as the style of dresses she wears. Influenced by the 50s and 60s, her silhouettes also imitate Dior's famous new look, with a small, nipped waist and a full skirt. Kiriko dresses in a very diluted casual Lolita style, having more in common with the preppy style, which simulates the American upper class. This is characterized by her collared dresses, tartan-patterned pleated skirts, and thin bows and knee-high socks. Kiriko's trademark are her bandages, though no one knows why she wears them. Bandages came as a fashion trend around the mid-2000s when people started wearing them across their nose bridge. Bandages symbolize mystery and secrets, which fits Kiriko. As the punk girl of the unit, Mamimi wears a combination of the pop-punk and street-punk subcultures. The mismatched stockings, pattern clashing, and purple hair are undeniably pop-punk, while the leather jacket, statement jewelry, and overall black are street-punk. While punk is her main style, she often likes to experiment with other subcultures as well, notably skater punk, grunge, and gothic punk respectively. Definitely one of the most interesting idols fashion-wise. Perhaps the most versatile, Yuika is a strange case. She's into all sorts of different subcultures, and her fashion definitely shows that. An eccentric style that features print and pattern clashing, and her love of baseball cap. While her style can be seen as weird, she definitely follows fashion trends really well. The maxi skirt plus sneakers combo, white tee plus distressed denim, and baseball jackets are in right now in Japan. Also, changes her glasses to match her outfits. Known as the handsome lady of the unit, Sakuya's masculine charm is accentuated by the way she dresses. Opting for a unisex casual look, she often wears collared shirts, denim hoodies, and jeans or trousers. Often wears jewelry to add to her feminine charm. When she dresses up, she goes for a smart casual look that boosts her elegance and suave demeanor. This can be seen when she wears blazers, adult prints, and matching jewelry. Alstroemeria, composing of Osaki Amana, Osaki Tenka, and Kuwayama Chiyuki. Alstroemeria, or the Peruvian lily, is the motif for this unit. In flower language, this flower symbolizes friendship and devotion. This unit's appeal is their femininity and floral aesthetic, which can be seen in the ruffles and edging, symbolizing flower petals. In their second unit costumes, they mix together the feminine subcultures of Morike and Lolita in the form of sleepwear. The colors, loose-fitting, and flower motifs are taken from Morike, while the ruffles, bows, and patterns are Lolita staples. Kuwayama Chiyuki. As the mother of the unit, she dresses very elegantly. Dark floral patterns, sheer patterns, and knee-length skirts are very popular with Japanese women in their 20s. She also matches her jewelry together, which is a detail that speaks to her reliability. In more casual settings, she dresses relatively simple, opting for solid color pieces with simple patterns and ruffles. As the gyaru of shiny colors, Amana dresses in the one gyaru subculture primarily, a more mature version of the gyaru aesthetic. Her use of leopard print, off-shoulder tops and dresses, flashy belts, and cropped tops are indicators of the one gyaru style. As she is very into shopping and fashion, she often mixes other fashion styles into her wardrobe, such as soft grunge, modern American, and boho. She can coordinate outfits very well. The gamer girl of shiny colors, similar to Futaba Anzu from Cinderella Girls or Mochizuki Anna from Million Live, she doesn't think about fashion that often. Tenka dresses for comfort, not style admittedly. She often wears hoodies or pajamas usually as she hardly gets out of the house. Amana is such a kind sister as she offers to dress Tenka often. Her outfits in some cards have hints of Amana style, like the busboy hat and short skirt. However, Tenka's comfy modest style can also be seen forming in the simple prints and plush outerwear. Hokago Climax Girls, or Hokora as they're nicknamed, is a unit all about youth, energy, and imagination. Their concept is basically the fun one has after school, seeing school as traditional and boring. Their outfits are corruptions of the standard uniform, adding fun patterns and colors. Their second unit costumes have them wearing Yankee and Ko-gyaru fashion, two styles that were seen as frowned upon in traditional Japanese society. The costume alludes to being a symbol of rebellion against tradition, which fits into Hokura's concept. As she is 12 years old, her style is still very juvenile and youthful. She often wears colorful tops and bottoms with graphic prints and denim skirts or shorts. She also doesn't wear jewelry, as most children don't think of accessories when picking what to wear. The most interesting thing is about Kaho's fashion is that her tops and bottoms don't mesh together very well, color-wise and sometimes style-wise. Children don't really think about the outfit as a cohesive whole yet, as they only focus on individual pieces. The sweets girl of the bunch. Chiyoko likes wearing outfits of the pastel casual kawaii style, adorning bright contrasting colors, short skirts, and detailed edging and patterns. Her clothes are just as sweet as her. Additionally, because of her professed love for sweets, she often wears candy or chocolate jewelry accessories. Some of her outfits' main color is brown instead of pastel, probably referring to her love for chocolate. As her parents own a kimono shop, Rinze normally wears a kimono. As she doesn't know much about the outside world, she hopes that being in an idol unit will expand her fashion horizons. Through being with the other girls, she starts to wear clothes that aren't traditional. She wears modest and formal clothes, button blouses, cardigans, long skirts, and collared dresses are some of the main things in her wardrobe. The tomboy of the group. She goes for a very pedestrian casual look. She likes wearing hot pants, hoodies, t-shirts, and boots. She also wears jewelry, most of the time mismatched. She likes to stick with her wearing casual clothes and gets embarrassed when wearing feminine clothes. From a wealthy family, Natsuha's fashion is very luxury brand upper class. She often wears designer belts, expensive jewelry, and simple dresses and blazers, almost never wearing any patterns. She also often wears fur in her casual wear, a sign of the rich. Additionally, her style is very proper. She never really wears casual clothing as she is a symbol of her family name, which she is proud of. Even in swimwear, her outfits have a sense of elegance and power to them. The newest unit of Shiny Colors, Stray Light's unit costume takes inspiration from cybergoth, raver, and rivethead subcultures. Their music is very electronic, which fits right into their concept. Her style is very 90s inspired. She wears mainly athleisure, such as the biker or track shorts, pastel windbreakers, and color block trainers. She also wears 90s casual clothing, as seen in the nostalgic colored polo shirt. As a side note, Asahi's fashion is the personal favorite of the person who gave us this analysis. A bubbly exterior with a complex interior. Fuyuko dresses mostly in monochrome casual kawaii. While her outfits are very aesthetically pleasing, the style of her clothing paired with the somber colors allude to a conflicting duality in Fuyuko's personality. Isumi Mei, the other friendly gyaru of Shiny Colors. She wears one gyaru style that is influenced through American trends. This can be seen through her leopard print shorts, cropped shirts, and distressed denim. In her uniform pic, you can see that she rolls up her skirt. Fashion is a very interesting part of character designs, and throughout Idolmaster's history, there have been hundreds upon hundreds of characters who have been introduced, each with their own style, dynamic, and personality. Shiny Colors has continuously proven itself to be the absolute most interesting branch fashion-wise with each new SR or SSR card that gets released. It's a very interesting culture for Shiny Colors producers to speculate and look forward to what type of fashion the girls of Tsubasa Productions will tackle next. We hope this video has opened your eyes to the fashion world of Shiny Colors and has shed light on some of the simply fantastic clothing choices the team has made. This is a very unique and refreshing team of character designers that Shiny Colors has on their hands, and we can only hope that they continue to wow us with more amazing choices. That's all for this video, and once again, please make sure to check out the link to follow the original content creator who helped us make this video. Be sure to subscribe for more Idolmaster content, and have a great day, producers.